Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? It is currently 1:55 a.m. on this beautiful, what is tonight? Thursday evening. My eyeglasses. That sounds so old person, doesn't it? It's like my grandma back in the day. Honey, get grandma's eyeglasses out of her pocketbook. On this beautiful, what is this, Thursday evening? Where's my lip balm? In here. I'll tell you when you know you're an old person. Is when you keep hotel lotion in your bag for your dry hands. It's the truth, though. It's so the truth. Anyway. Oh, where did it go? I was going to use it. Well, maybe I'll just smell it, because I don't really want to put it on right now, because it'll make my hands a little greasy. But anyway. Ooh, it smells like Florida. That was so something my mother would have said back in the day. Oh, and I pulled out this lip balm and I didn't even use it. Anyway, how are you guys doing tonight? I have the giggles. I don't know why. I have like done nothing this evening. Well, I got a bunch of videos that my vlog is taking, you guys, it's taking so long. I started uploading my vlog today as soon as I got home, and literally it was not ready to post until like 1:30 a.m. It's 1:50. Did I tell you what time it was? It's 1:56 a.m. right now. I do not know what is taking so long, and it's every single day. And I finally had to upload it on my phone because sometimes that's quicker. But then it's this whole like thing that it has to do. It takes like forever, and I don't know what's going on with it. I mean, my vlog has always taken a long time to upload, but never like this. So I guess I'm just gonna have to, well, when I do film it at night, like tonight, I'm gonna have to go home and start rendering it and then uploading it at night so that when I'm asleep, it can be doing all of that and then it can be ready to go tomorrow. It's just like, that seems to be the easiest way. So I didn't want to get it up this late, you know, I wanted to have it up for you guys a lot earlier. So anyway, it is what it is. I can't do anything about it. So, well, I can going forward, but you know, so that's why the vlog was up so late. But I was gonna lay down actually earlier. Alex got home and then he was just like playing his game on his phone and stuff, and then we were kind of hanging out and talking, and so he went to bed and I was gonna go to sleep as well early, and then I was gonna get up at like midnight and I was gonna like upload, or I was gonna finish my vlog and then go vlog. And so I was sitting there and I was like, well, I'm just gonna watch an episode of RuPaul's Drag Race. And I ended up watching 2 episodes of RuPaul's Drag Race, the UK version. I'm so completely like obsessed with it. So good. And I watched 2 full episodes. They're like an hour and 10 or an hour and 15 minutes each, an hour and 12 minutes or something like that. So I watched 2 full episodes and I shopped for patio furniture. I found some chairs I like. But actually they're available at Home Depot, which I'm passing right as we speak. True story. Isn't that so funny? And so I'm gonna go there tomorrow, and if they're easy to take home, I'm just gonna get them and bring them home tomorrow. I'm not gonna order them, because you can order them and have them delivered too. And I can get them next week. But I wanna go look at them in person and see if there's something that I would really like, you know, because then I'll know. And I'm a little apprehensive to buy them online without ever having seen them. So anyway, and then I was just kind of like figuring out what I wanted to do to the front deck tonight, and I was telling Alex about that stuff, and he was like, he was like playing this game like this, He's like, well, I think that'll be really nice. Did I tell you about the Pottery Barn things? Oh, I think I did talk about this earlier. So the Wayfair Bohemian Boho, is that what we call it? Boho pillows came. Well, 2 of them came. And it's the pillowcases too. It's like the slip, they're like really thick and they feel like almost like rugs. And so I said to Alex, I said, can you believe that I ordered this and it doesn't have the pillows with it? And he was like, I think it's great that way. And I go, you do? And he goes, yeah, because then we can just cover the Christmas pillows. And he said, and then we don't have to buy new pillows for it, and we don't have to worry about where we're going to store the Christmas pillows. And I was like, that's genius. Why hadn't I thought of it? He's like, yeah, you know, I'm a genius. And I said, well, you are kind of. I said, because I hadn't thought of that at all. I was like, oh, I got to go buy new pillows. And he was like, yeah, it'll just be real easy. We'll just put the Christmas ones in there. And I was like, oh, that's so smart. So, because like the Christmas pillows have like a zipper that you can take them off as well, even though I bought them at Target, I think. And so we'll just take them out and replace them. He was really smart. I don't know why I didn't think of that. So anyway, yeah, perfect. So I'm gonna, so our bedding should be coming this weekend. I don't know when. I have this. So if you watch my Peter Does Stuff channel, tonight I made the vegetarian chicken salad, which actually it turned out really good. And people were saying it tasted like there was something a little off about it, and I couldn't really figure out what it was. And people were saying that it was the coarse mustard. And so I had thought that coarse mustard was like a spice. And so the comments, you guys, are hilarious. The comments are like, oh my God, Peter's cutting the vegetables with a bread knife. I knew that. I know what a bread knife is. I'm not an idiot. But I like using a bread knife because it's a serrated edge and I don't feel like it's as sharp. I don't like knives. They make me nervous. So anyway, I was cutting vegetables with this bread knife and people were dying laughing about that. And then they were laughing because I couldn't mash up these chickpeas because apparently, I don't know, you're supposed to do something to these chickpeas first. I don't know. It didn't say anything on there about it. It just said put them in a bowl. So I put them in a bowl. I did what the directions said. So anyway, I'm the world's worst cook. People don't really believe it, but I really am, and I don't enjoy it either. Although I did have fun tonight making that. It was really pretty good. And so anyway, the comments were cracking me up. They were so funny. And but anyway, somebody reached out to me to like do this like integration sponsorship in Indianapolis. It's like Indianapolis based, which is interesting because I never get reached out to anybody. Like, you know, it's all Instagrammers that get reached out to for like local stuff. And so I was like, okay, I want to do this in like is it something I really believe in? Like it's a company that I really believe in. It'll make more sense when I do it. And they approved my idea tonight, which is kind of like this, I can't really say, I don't want to say anything about it right now, but it's kind of like a challenge. And it's something that means a lot to me. And I've talked about it on here before, on this vlog. And so yeah, it's gonna be a cool thing that I'm gonna do it on. Well, I don't know how cool it's gonna turn out, but I'm hoping that it will turn out cool. I'm gonna do it on my Peter Does Stuff channel, and it's kind of like this. They challenge you to do something, and I'm gonna kind of document the journey of this challenge on my Peter Does Stuff channel. It's just a couple days. It'll make more sense when I do it. But anyway, I was like coming up with how I'm gonna do it and all this kind of stuff. So I'm really excited about that. And yeah, they approved it, which was cool. Because they really wanted it to be all over on Instagram. And I'm like, you know, I can put it on Instagram if you want, but like, the people that watch they watch my videos. They're not like, yes, they keep up with my Instagram, but you know, like I think it would be, like I want to make it kind of a powerful video, and I was like, I think it'll be more powerful if it's on YouTube, because I can actually document what I'm doing. And they're like, yeah, we love that, you know, and that would be great. Do it that way. Isn't that funny though? Like in Indianapolis, it's like I have friends of mine that are Instagrammers here in Indianapolis, and they are contacted constantly for local businesses. But I don't think I've ever had a local business reach out to me in Indianapolis. Which is interesting when you look at my Instagram, because you know you can go in and you can look at your analytics on Instagram. Like my biggest city is New York City, and then my second biggest city is Indianapolis, which isn't that funny. So, I mean, it's whatever. I don't I don't take my Instagram too seriously. My husband, he takes his Instagram very seriously. He loves the Instagram. Oh my God, he's obsessed with his Instagram. He'll like be like, can you take this picture for me? Can you take this picture? And then if I don't get it exactly right, he'll like come over and he'll like hold his camera and he'll be like, or his phone, and he'll be like, okay, this is exactly where I want it. I just want you to hold it and take a burst of pictures. And I'm like, okay. So like, I'll just stand there with the camera and I almost get laughing so hard because like I start moving, you know, he's like, don't move the phone. I want it right there. I'm like, okay. So then he'll take like a burst of picture. He'll be like, just take a burst of pictures. And then he's like moving, doing all this kind of stuff. Like he's a model, you know? But he always comes up with fantastic pictures. He loves doing it so much. And he loves coming up with ideas of how he's going to do it. And, yeah, and he gets sent like stuff like every day, you know? And, he just really, really, really enjoys it. He has so much fun with it. And he just loves, like, you know, the comments and responding to you guys because you guys are so nice to him. And, he loves all of that. Well, it's not just people that watch me. I mean, he's got his own set of people that, you know, follow his Instagram and stuff too. So, but yeah, he just loves everything about it. He's really good about, like, I tried for so long, you guys, to keep up with the Instagram messages, and I go in there about every couple of days and I answer just a bunch of messages. But the reality is, I mean, no lie, I get like 50 to 100 new messages a day on Instagram. I just can't keep up with it. And so I try to go in every couple days and do that. On my Twitter, I try to go in every couple days, like in my direct messages on Twitter, and respond to those. In emails, I do the same thing. So like one day I'll be like my Twitter day, and then one day, you know what I'm saying? And I was doing really good about the comments on my YouTube videos for a while. I was going in for like the first hour. But the problem is that recently my videos have been getting up so late. And that when I'm like uploading another video, like if I upload my drama video, I'm like working on my next video to go up. So I need to get more organized so that I can respond to all of the, well, not all the comments, but so that I can, like on my vlog channel, you know, I could go in there. I like to read the comments on my vlog channel. And it just seems more personal to me. And I really enjoy doing that, and, you know, talking to you guys directly and responding to the comments that you guys give me. So today, after I got done, and it's hot in this car. Today, after I got done vlogging, I have it on 77. It's 55 outside right now. After I got done vlogging, I did a review. I wanted to do this, Red Bull Summer Edition, or Summer Edition Red Bull Summer Edition, Summer Edition Red Bull, whatever. I wanted to do a review of it, but the gas station that I went to, they didn't have it, which was interesting because I've seen it at 2 other gas stations. So I ended up, and then I wanted to do this Pepsi, this Peep Pepsi, but I don't think it's out yet. And then I wanted to do, which I think is silly that I didn't come out in time for Easter. It doesn't make any sense to me. And then, because it's like Peep, you know, like, anyway. And then like the Peep candies. And then I wanted to do this this mango Pepsi, but I don't know if it's new or not. It doesn't matter, does it? I could just try it anyway because I've never tried it before. So I may try that tomorrow. But I did that review, and then I was going to do a booktube video on the way home, but I called my friend and she answered, and I hadn't talked to her in a couple days. So she and I talked while I was driving home. And then when I got home, I filmed a drama video, and then I did the vegetarian chicken salad. I made that and then cleaned that all up while those 2 videos were uploading. And then I was gonna do a Pete Rosales video, but that just turned into be this huge mess while I was getting it ready. And the dogs, by that point, they were running around and they were so excited because their dad was gonna be home any minute, and he called me and they could hear him on the phone. I do think dogs like understand stuff like that. Like, I don't think that they understand, like, I don't know what they understand. It was funny because tonight, I was watching RuPaul's Drag Race. This was like earlier in the evening before Alex was home. Was this last night or was this tonight? This was last night. And I was watching something back of I was holding Boo Radley, and I was like, I had my phone. What was I playing back? I was playing something. I don't usually like, sometimes I'll watch my drama videos back, but I was playing something of mine back. And I had it sitting like up against the iPad, because you know I have like a stand for my iPad. And Boo Radley, like, and it was me talking like normal speed, because usually when I watch myself at 2 times speed. I know, it's fast. But anyway, so Boo Radley, like, as soon as it started playing, he like turned his head and he like looked at it, and he like looked at the TV, like he looked at the phone like he was confused, like he could hear it. He kind of like cocked his ear, and then he like turned and he looked at me, like. And then he looked back at truly, this is exactly how it happened. He like cocked his ear at first and he kind of looked at it like, I know that voice. And then he turned and he looked at me. And then he turned and he looked back at the phone. And then he just looked all kinds of confused. I'm like, yes, that's Daddy. That's Daddy on the phone right there. And he just... Anyway, but I was talking to Alex, and I had Alex on speakerphone, and oh my God, as soon as they heard Alex on speakerphone, they started running to the back door. They thought he was home, because usually he'll like call, and this is what I wonder, if it's almost kind of like Pavlov's dog, you know, kind of thing. You ring a bell and they salivate deal. Like he always calls on his way home, and so like and I put it on speakerphone and they hear his voice. Now, when they hear that, they run for the back door. It's almost like I kind of wonder if they know, like, Dad's going to be home in a couple minutes when they hear that, you know? So they were very sweet today, though. Yeah, and it was a good day. It was so beautiful today. The weather has been so nice. Just makes all the difference. I don't even know how to explain it. It's just like my attitude is so completely different when it's so nice outside, you know? I will say I am very behind in this month's, March's book of the month for True Crime Book Club, People Who Eat Darkness. So, I was supposed to get it started on Tuesday night, but I was finishing up Dexter. And so, then I just didn't really listen to, last night, because I just went to bed so early last night, I didn't read anything last night, or didn't listen to anything last night. Although I am reading this graphic novel called You Brought Me the Ocean, or You Brought Me the Sea. It's really good. I've talked about it on here before, except that it's kind of starting to turn into like Aquaman and Superman were referenced, and I didn't know why, but they were referenced in like reality. Like as if they were real people in the reality that these people lived in the graphic novel. And I'm like, is this gonna go kind of superhero-ish? And it's going kind of superhero-ish, which for me, I'm just like, I don't love the superhero stuff. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't know. I don't love it. So, and I don't know anything about that world, but anyway, so yeah, I have to listen to this 14-hour book, which I can listen to at 2 times 5 speed. I could actually listen to it faster if I wanted to. At 2 times 5 speed, it is like totally fine, normal for me. I started listening to it at that speed, and but I can tell it's going to be a lot of details, and so I'm gonna have to like listen to it like at that speed where I can really understand what they're saying, so that I can like listen to the details, because it's about a girl that goes missing and then I think she's killed in Tokyo. It's interesting already. I'm probably a half an hour into it or something like that. Anyway, I think this is the first book that we've read, first true crime book that we've read that takes place in another country. I'm not positive about that, but I'm almost sure. I believe I am. So anyway, so I have to finish that book by Sunday. Oh my God! Do you hear the train? I love the sound of a train. yeah, I'm ready just to get our house like all nice and situated. You know, my goal was to have the yard person called by the end of this week, and then the patio and all that stuff too, and I didn't get either one of those done. Imagine that. Oh well, I'll get it done next week, I guess. The train is still going. Taken this way in a while. It's funny driving these roads, you know, it's like right here. I remember when this was like, the corn was so high. Corn was as high as an elephant's eye. And now it's all like really, really short. And it'll start growing again. And then it'll get short. They cut it all down. And life will go on, and I'll vlog, and I have a situation that happened to me like a month ago. Well, it didn't really happen to me, but that happened like a month ago. Oh, it was probably 2 months ago. And this woman reached out to me, and she was like, I had done a giveaway on my review channel, and so anyway, she sent me like the kindest message in the world about my review videos and how much she enjoyed them, and that she found me through my drama video and blah, 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 you know? And I messaged her back, and I was like, oh, thank you so much, and, you know, whatever, and I hope that you, I don't even remember what she won on my review channel, but I was like, I hope you enjoyed it, and whatever. And that was really it. Like, we didn't communicate back and forth more than that. And then it was like, I guess maybe that was in December, and then, because I did the giveaways in December, and then it was like the end of January. It was not too long after that. She said something about, in her message, about being sick, but she didn't say what was wrong. She didn't say that she had cancer, and she just said that she was sick. And she was like, the giveaway really meant a lot at that time, you know, whatever. It was a very nice message. It was, you know, and so then it was like a month after that, and her daughter reached out to me on her account, like on her mom's account, and she messaged me, and I saw it come up, and I remembered the profile picture that I had talked to her. I think we might have gone back like once or twice, like, and talked a little bit, but I remember her profile picture, and she was like, hey, I just wanted to let you know that my mom passed away, and that she just really loved watching your videos, and that, you know, you like brought her a lot of enjoyment, and it was just such a sincerely, genuinely nice message, you know. She didn't have to send that to me. I mean, I'm nobody, you know, in the grand scheme of things. And it was like such a nice message. That's like one of the biggest things I never expected by being on YouTube, is that, you know, that how much people would allow me into their lives, into being in part of their life, you know. And I get so many kind messages from that, you know, and I think that I'm not minimizing what I do by any means. Like, when I say this, I'm not putting myself down, you know, but it's like on this channel, like, I literally drive around in a car, or I sit in a chair and I talk about my drama, the drama going on in the, you know, YouTube community, and give my opinion about it, and flip a fan and make some jokes, you know, or I review something and I go boom, 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 you know. It's like, I don't know, it makes me so happy that I I have the privilege of impacting somebody's life in a positive way. And so when I said what it did to me, because I do think that we're affected each by things that happen with other people in our lives, it really made that connection, that line between myself and her, feel like one direct line. And I just cannot, when I'm filming videos, get out of my head that there's not just one single person out there watching. Like, you know, it's like in my head when I think about that, I always think about like people send me pictures of their dogs and they're like, my dog loves your videos, or, you know, my 3-month-old watches your videos with me and smiles and laughs. And it's just like, you know, it's like that personal touch that people, you know, that when they say that to me, it's just like, I grew up much of my life with people not wanting me around. I say this in my cameos when I do it. You know, it's like, it's crazy to me that 40 years ago, I couldn't get invited to a birthday party to save my life. Nobody wanted me there. And I think the birthday parties I did get invited to was just because the parents felt like, well, we invited everybody else in the class, you know? Because I was rather ignored at those birthday parties. To 40 years later, have people, you know, in my Twitter and everywhere else, just think it's a cool thing if I give them a birthday shout out. Like, that's a really magical thing. And it's also something that kind of messes with my head a little bit, you know, like, because I really wasn't a whole lot different then than I am now. And I think sometimes the selfish part of me is like, well, I wish people could have seen me then for just me, you know, instead of what they thought was this freakish side of me because I was too effeminate or whatever, you know? But to be given that gift at all in your life, that somebody would allow you in, is such a huge privilege. It just is such a huge privilege, you know? And I got that when my mom passed away. I really, really got it then. And YouTube continues to allow me to get it on a regular basis. But there are people out there that will allow you into their lives. There are people out there that will love you and support you and, you know, and allow you to be just a huge part of their life, you know? That's such a cool thing, and that's something I never felt like, I never thought that feeling that I have of it, of the honor that goes along with it. I didn't think I would have that feeling, is I guess what I'm saying, you know? But when I started on YouTube, I wasn't getting comments like that, so to imagine getting comments like that from people is crazy to me. You know? And this is where, like, when people say to me, like, well, I want to, like, how do I get a bigger following? It's like, you know what's crazy to me about that is, do you know where I get the most of those comments from people? I get the most comments from people saying, thank you so much, or thank you for sharing this, or whatever, on my Purisms channel, which is literally, out of that and my BookTube channel, are the ones that get the least views, that have the least amount of followers on them. So, you don't have to be getting a lot of views to just feel that amazing feeling. You could get that from 2 to 3 people that are out there, you know? Really, you can. And it's about being appreciative and being grateful of that feeling, you know, and never losing sight of that. It's like, but I think at the same time too, like, as a person that's constantly doing inventory and looking on myself, and I've got that tape in my head that runs negatively sometimes too, like, it's hard sometimes for me, you know? It's hard for me to, like, get a lot of like really, I know this is gonna sound crazy, but to get a lot of like really positive, nice words from people, you know, like that's hard. Like that's still hard for me today to hear that. So I remember years ago, my mom said a simple thank you is all that's necessary, you know? It stopped. I don't know, it's still hard, you know? I work on it every day to believe good things about myself. And I don't think that that's cocky. I don't think that's arrogant to believe good things about yourself. I think we all should believe good things about ourselves. You know, it's how you display that, I think, is where the cockiness and the arrogance is about it, you know? I think cockiness and arrogance, it comes out in feeling like you deserve something more than other people, or that you're more deserving of it, or that because of it, then people should treat you a certain way, or, you know, I remember the year that Schindler's List won for Best Picture. And I've told this story on here a lot, but it's an important quote to remember for me. There was a documentary that they did, and I believe it was on Auschwitz, and this survivor that the documentary was about, they allowed her to win the award. Why can't I think of his name that directed, shoot, he's done all of the big movies. Anyway, they allowed her to take the award. And so when she was holding the Oscar, you can look this up, it's on YouTube, I've watched it before many times. She said something to the degree of like, for 50 years I've asked myself every day that I woke up, why me? I am no different. And I think that is the epitome of humility, you know, is to say, why me? I am no different, you know, like, you know, we say in recovery, but for the grace of God, there go I, you know, and I've thought about that often, you know, that I have many friends of mine that have died, have gone back out, have lost everything. I've known a lot of people that didn't even make it into this program, you know, that had similar circumstances. And I think, but for the grace of God, that could be me, you know, and, you know, Tanya and I were talking about that today on the phone. It's like, I sometimes don't know what makes me different, you know? I mean, I'm not different. I think with being sober today and why I got it and some other people didn't, I think I was trying to, you know, verbalize this to a friend that doesn't get it and was asking me, and I said, I think I was afraid of dying. I knew I would not, I knew I had no survival tactics as far as being homeless, and my friends were not going to let me couch, you know, surf or whatever it's called. Like, I had basically been doing that even though I had my apartment anyway. I was spending so much time at my friends' apartments. They were kind of over it. So I really had nowhere to go. I knew my dad was done. And so I was afraid to die, and I was afraid of being homeless because I knew that for me, homelessness would mean death. I was very aware of those two things. I knew that. And honestly, I think that has kept me sober for a really long time, fear. I think fear kept me, hasn't, not today, it doesn't, but I think gratitude keeps me sober a lot today. But for my first, I'd say quite a few years, fear kept me sober, which I think is maybe a bad thing to say. Fear and anger and abstinence, maybe. You know, not abstinence like what's the word I'm looking for? I just was like, when somebody would tell me I couldn't, what's the word? Obstinance, opulence, you own everything. No, obstinance. Like I was, obstinate. And if you told me that I couldn't do something, I was going to show you that I could. So if you said you aren't going to stay sober, I was going to show you that I could stay sober no matter what. And, and fear, I think, those first couple years. Because even though, like, I went through the motions, like, my first 6 months, I don't know that I really believed in myself. I don't really know that I believed, It's like, it's funny watching RuPaul's Drag Race tonight because she says this so much. She's like, you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe. You don't believe in yourself. We see it in you, but you don't believe in yourself. And, it's like when... I think that's true of many of us. I think people that are truly, truly successful in life, I don't know that I think it's because they're any different than us or that they got something more or less than us. I really don't. I really think that what it is they have figured out a way to zone in, or whatever the word is I'm looking for, into that bit of them that makes them unique and blow it up so that people pay attention to it and they go, I love that. I think they have an ability to do that in a way that other people can't. And I think it's hard, It's like, I was watching this tonight on RuPaul's Drag Race UK, this Tia Coffee, and RuPaul, you could tell, really was rooting for her, And at one point, she said, well, I'll bring it next. She goes, I've heard that already. RuPaul got really upset. And she's like, I'm tired of hearing that. What else do you got? And, it's like, if you really believe it, then you got to put everything you got into that and make it work, And it's like, you can really tell the difference when you watch RuPaul's Drag Race. It's sometimes not... it does seem like sometimes like they're you take the one that's like the most creative or whatever, but sometimes that's not it at all. Sometimes you take a person that has like no dancing skills, no singing skills, no comedy skills whatsoever, and they do the best in a challenge like that because RuPaul will say, you need to harness all, that's what I was looking for, the word harness. You need to harness all of this energy into that and push it as far as you can to be as successful. And they're like, yes, I'm going to do that. And then they do it and they come out on top, right? Because they believe in themselves. They have the confidence to believe in themselves, right? It's like, Janis Joplin used to always say, never give up on yourself. You're all you've got. You gotta remember that. You're all you've got, If you're not gonna be your biggest cheerleader, nobody else is. You gotta believe in yourself. You have to really, really, really believe in yourself. And not in a cocky way, and not in an arrogant way because everybody's handed it to you, but because you really believe that you are good enough, that you're smart enough. And I know that this is sounding like that guy on Saturday Night Live or Mad TV or whatever, but truly, that you're smart enough, that you're talented enough, that you can do this, whatever it is that you want to do, whether you want to be on a TV show or plant the best garden in the world. And I was thinking about this tonight because she really went off on this one contestant because the contestant, Michelle Visage, was joking, but not in a joking way, and said, it looks like you got it off the rack at, and she said some store. It was like an English store, I didn't know what it was. And she goes, what's that place? Shoot, why can't I think of that store? It's at the mall. They actually have cute clothes there. But it's right in front. I feel like I'm losing my mind lately. But anyway, she says the store, the store that the young kids shop at. It's like ASOS, but they have it in the malls. Why can't I think of what the store is called? Not Urban Outfitters, but it's more just like mainstream than that, cheaper than that. It's like affordable, but they have like H&M. So she goes, H&M. And RuPaul was mad, and she looked at her and she goes, if you come out here in a effing H&M dress, it better be, you better have glittered it from top to bottom. And she's like, I didn't come across the pond to see a bunch of glittered H&M dresses. She was like, not on this stage, which is the biggest stage for drag in the world. You know, and she was going off, and she was like, if you're gonna come out here in an H&M dress, then you better have taken that H&M dress, and it better be the finest H&M dress you have ever seen in your entire life. And I agree with that, you know? That's where it's like, be too much, and I always say that. But I think like people misunderstand a lot. The whole idea of being too much isn't necessarily just about, you have to be the most extravagant, crazy character in the entire world. No, that's not true. You just have to be, you know, making sure that you are harnessing what is true to you, like your best energy. You know, maybe what you're interested in is true crime. So you're like, I'm going to do the best with this. I'm going to do the best with this, or gardening or cooking. And so you are very committed into being too much in those areas. And that's okay. It doesn't, not all of us have to be movie stars. I'm not a movie star. You know, I would love to be, but nobody's asking, you know? And I think that is what is true authenticity, is when you are being very, very true to who you are in the areas that mean the most to you, you know? I also think it's easier said than done. Like, I watch the show and I think, you know, I think like many people probably, like if I was on that show, I mean, I would push it so far they wouldn't know what to think, you know? But then it's like, if you were on that show, it's like, would you? I mean, could you? It's easier said than done, you know? But I think it's also the old show, the old kind of vaudevillian idea of the show must go on. And you give them everything you've got. You give them blood, sweat, and tears, every bit of it. I mean, that's the old kind of vaudeville idea, you know? And, you know, if you forget your lines, you keep on going. You keep on going, you know? You fall over, you make it into a joke, or you get back up. And, nobody's perfect, and knowing that, you know? And knowing that every opportunity that was handed to you is an opportunity that could have been handed to somebody else, and be grateful for that opportunity, you know? I know I say this a lot on here, and I'm sure it's getting real boring to a lot of people, but I wake up every single day just so entirely blessed and grateful for this life that I have. Like, you guys, I just really honestly, like, I'm coming up on 5 years of being on BookTube next month, right? Like, and I can remember starting this and just being like, so like, oh my God, I'm gonna post 2 times a day on BookTube, you know? I loved it. And I need to get back to posting more regularly on BookTube. It's always my video that lasts until, or waits till the very end. And like tonight, I wouldn't have gotten it up to like 11:30 or 12, so I was like, okay, I'm not gonna do a BookTube video tonight. That's what happens sometimes, and so I, you know, wait till the very end, and then it's the last one that gets up. But I'm just like so like in love with this. Like, I never knew, you know? And that's the thing, is you'll never know unless you try. Not just with YouTube, but with anything in life, you know? I never knew that this would be something that I would love, and that I could turn it into something that I'm doing every day, you know? That it just is cool. My husband loves it. He's so supportive of it, you know? And, it's an honor and it's a privilege to be able to get up here every single day. And I got to remember that, you know, and I got to remember that the opportunity that was given to me is an opportunity that could have been given to somebody else. I went in and told this whole story about my friend, and then I was like saying her name through the whole thing, which it really probably doesn't matter anyway. But anyway, to get back to what I was saying, it's just like, you know, I mean, I know people get bored of hearing it, but I'm so grateful for this. I'm so grateful. So thank you for giving me the opportunity. Because it's you guys, when I say, you know, If it wasn't given to me, it would be given to somebody else. You guys are the ones that give me the opportunity every single day that you choose to hit play on my video. It's you. It's you that's making this, you know, old man's dreams come true. And making me feel a little bit younger day by day, too, if I might say so myself. So, all right, you guys, listen. I'm going to get off here now before I start telling some other stories of friends of mine. And since I talked to too many people on the phone today, and then I'll start talking about what I said to them on the phone, and then I'll just throw it out. Well, Judy Smith. Well, anyway, I'm going to get off here, and I'm going to listen to my audiobook. If you would like to participate in a true crime book club, it is this Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and the link is below. It's on my YouNow channel, which is younow.com/Peter Monn. And you don't have to have read the book to come over there. If you guessed, we ask that you have read the book to guest. That's it. And yeah, I'm real excited about it. It feels like it's been forever since we've had a book club, so I'm excited about. Well, the last one was, Jax Miller came into the last one, so I'm really excited about this. So anyway, yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. Oh my God, on Snatch Game, I don't want to ruin it for you, but this one drag queen, I'm just gonna tell you one person, their Snatch Game. Taste did the one woman who plays the mother from Kath and Kim, and I used to watch that show all the time. I used to love Kath and Kim. Do you guys watch it? Oh my God, it's so good. Anyway, I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya!